welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, right here from the pit area of the Lee USA Speedway as they kick off their 2019 season with the May Madness. Here with Amy, we're on site. I think it's our first on-site thing, and pretty excited about what's going on here today and everything that's happening here at Lee USA Speedway.
Yeah, a lot of cars here, a lot of people excited to kick off the season. It's kind of cool to see the car finally like in real time behind us, and crew's ready, and I'm ready to kick off the Dream Ride.
Yeah, the Dream Ride's getting ready to go. Our first race of the year. We're going to start mid-pack in the Granite State race, but man, a lot has happened throughout the winter down here at New Hampshire for short track racing. The Wrens, have done a great job here at Lee. Purchased Monadnock, went in with Ben Brzezowski on Claremont. Star Speedway over there last night, 29 street stocks. Send guys home unqualified. It reminds me of the old days of Beechridge. And 2-day show here, the May Madness. We get the Valente Modified Series in action today, the Late Model Sportsman, the Granite State Pro Stock Series. I mean, it's just going to be a great day of racing, and a lot of fans here and a lot of people getting to check out Lee USA Speedway for the first time this year.
Yeah, in a way, like weather kind of worked out in favor because Pro All-Star Series weren't able to get in at Groveton, so there's a couple drivers here, that kind of showed up for the Granite State that we're going to race past, and that's cool. Going to get a little bit of crowd that was going to come to Groveton, so I feel like it's going to be a really good day. Like you said, a lot of different divisions, so whether you'd like, super late models or modifieds or whatever you prefer, there's a little bit of racing for everyone here today.
So we're excited. We hope you enjoy this week's episode. We're going to show you some race highlights. We're going to hear about what's going on in New England Dragway from Joe Lombardo during this week's show, and a lot of racing from Lee USA Speedway. So for Amy and Steve, we want you to enjoy this week's episode of short track racing from Lee USA Speedway.
We are everywhere. Russell's keeping the strong side up top. Hellwell down his leg in and takes the number one slot into that straightaway. Inside lane starts to prevail. Palin, Schroeder, and Buski a good lead to the tail. Who wants it more? Who's going to lead the way? Georgie on the
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
I'm Melinda. My husband Steve and I operate E-Keys for Cars in Saco. E-Keys is family-owned with over 20 years in the car key business. Need an extra key? We promise to provide the best quality at a good price. Walk-ins are always welcome with no appointment ever needed. You'll be in and out in minutes. And yes, E-Keys still handles emergencies. But why wait? E-Keys for Cars, Route 1 on the Auto Mile in Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Join Wiscasset Speedway for the Coastal 200. Will Ben Ashline repeat his dominant win from 2018? With $5,000 to win, the top late model drivers from the region will be descending on Wiscasset. Don't miss the Coastal 200, presented by Jordan Lumber and Jordan Excavation. Sunday, May 26th. The pit gate opens at 9, the grandstand at noon, and the green flag flies at 2. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and everybody knows we're down to Lee USA Speedway this weekend. Short track scene, short track racing. New Hampshire's really leading the way when it comes to short track racing. But when we talk about leading the way when it comes to drag racing, this man right here, Joe Lombardo, New England Dragway, second to none when it comes to drag racing, and always a pleasure to have you on the show, Joe.
It's always great to be on the show. It's always fun to be here and tell everybody what's going on at New England Dragway.
Yeah, and when I tell you, this guy, he memorizes. I've never had a guy come in my studio that has such an abundance of a schedule and knows it like the back of his hand. So you're not only the general manager of that place, you're vested.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do just about everything. You have to. That's the way this business is.
Still going, what, 4 or 5 nights a week almost, it seems like?
Yeah, we do 4 nights a week. We do, we do 4 days a week. We do Wednesday night, Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday, plus I do a rental on Wednesday. So we stay pretty busy.
Yeah, and some big events coming up.
We
and,
do.
You know, it's a season. Obviously, the weather hasn't cooperated, but it's going to turn around, and it's going to be a great summer for you guys.
I hope so. The long-range forecast looks good, so it'll be good. And that's really important for what's coming up now with the Street Outlaws, because anybody that watches that show on television now has a chance to go ahead and see them in person at the track. You know, we'll have all the big players that are going to be down there. You know, Chief, Big Daddy, Asian, Farm Truck, all of them will be at the track, so people can get up and meet them and you know, get a close look at them instead of just watching them on the tube.
And as this show is airing, they'll be here this weekend, you know. So Friday and Saturday night,
yeah,
you know, the opportunity to go down there and see something, and to me, it's one of those shows. It's like nothing. I don't want to say nothing attracts you to it, but you can't switch it once you get on it because it's so exciting, you know.
It's like one of those deals. It's like a reality show combined with a soap opera, and they put racing in the middle of it. And there's just so much excitement. And when they get down the track, I mean, they're not going straight. You know, they bang off the walls. They're yelling at one another. I mean, they really are feuds when they come up to the starting line, which kind of makes it interesting for everybody.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the things we talk about all the time. That the old school racing is missing from the new days. The new days, everybody's friend because of social media. So, you know, that's pretty exciting. And, you know, I think it's only a 10 or 12 event thing that they do. And they hand select the tracks they go to.
They do.
So it's quite an honor for New England Dragway to be hand selected.
Yeah, and we talked to them about it last year. We had got into the program late last year, so they were not sure they really wanted to go ahead and add another event at that point, but they said to us, listen, we want to be there in 2019. Let's go ahead and choose a date. So we knew last year that we were going to have this one in May.
Yep.
So it's going to work out well.
No, that's a big deal. And, you know, and then right after that, the funny cars under the stars, you know, and, you know, that nostalgia stuff, that old stuff. I mean, that brings out the old school races, and it gives today's young races, you know, the history of the sport.
Yeah, it gives them a glimpse of what happened in the past. But what's happening now is there are a lot of younger drivers getting into the cars because they fell in love with the cars early on when they saw them, you know, either in person or they watched them on TV. So a lot of the new generation is starting to come in and drive these cars, which is kind of cool. And all the cars have a personality. That's one of the things that really makes that sport so nice, is that, you know, the Country Girl car will be out there, but there's a new driver in the Country Girl car. The Boogeyman car is going to be out there, but there's a new driver for the Boogeyman car. So all these people are, you know, they're giving up their time in the driver's seat to bring on a new crop of racers, which just means that we're going to last an awful lot longer. And there's going to be a ton of funny cars. You know, total we're going to have 20 funny cars there, plus the jet cars. I have the Hot Rods from Hell, they're going to be there. They were just reborn last year. And then the East Coast Fuelers, which is a brand new deal, especially for us. But they're all front engine dragsters, they're all blown, and they're really unpredictable, which is what people want to see.
No, absolutely. And that's coming up June 1st.
Right.
And,
you know, you get a nice Saturday night, you know, those flames, all of that stuff. I mean, that's the real deal. That place can be packed for those 2 weekends, huh?
We're due. With the weather, we're due.
You know, now how's the ticket sales? Because I know in the Street Outlaws deal, you know, they pre-sell. And
yeah, right now we're leading all the ticket sales for all the venues in Street Outlaws, so we're right up there. Our advance sales for the Funny Car Show are right up there too. So it shows that people have been, you know, holding back. They're waiting to come out to the track. They're just wanting this weather to break so they can come out there and have some fun, and we're going to give it to them.
No, absolutely. And if you've never been to New England Dragway, you don't know what you're missing. You know, the regular shows, the big shows, obviously the nationals, which we'll touch on in a little bit, but it's a well-run facility, and there's so much going on. And your motto, every ticket is a pit pass.
Right, you can get down there, you can meet all the stars. If you see a car out there that you really have a liking to and you want to go ahead and meet the driver, they're all down there to do it. If you want them to sign something for you, they'll go ahead and do it. You have total access to everybody inside the pits. And I've got a great team that makes sure that everybody has a good time when they're there.
Yeah, no, it's huge, and to walk around and see, you know, because these are these people's pride and joys. You know, on your regular programs, your weekend, you know, Saturday and Sunday shows. Yep. There's a lot of money tied up in a lot of these, you know, these cars. These guys, that's their pride and joy. So they're like nothing more to sit there and tell you about it. You know, the history of it, why they picked that body style, or you know, it could be something, you know, a grandfather. So it's pretty neat. You know, the few times that we made it down there for the regular shows, just to sit and talk to somebody, because they just love it.
Oh yeah, it's a lifestyle event for people when they come out there. They've had a good time. They've heard their parents or their grandparents talk about it, and they come out because they want to experience it for themselves. And then on the Wednesday and Friday street night programs, we're getting some strange cars done. We get everything from Teslas that are running in the 11-second range, to Ferraris, to BMWs, and then the regular muscle cars are coming out too. And the new generation of muscle cars, you know, the Challengers are coming out, the new Camaros are out, the new Corvettes are out. They're coming out, and they're really starting to tear up the track.
And that's on Wednesday nights?
Yeah, Wednesday and Friday night.
Still get the flea market going on Sundays?
Yeah, the last Sunday every month. That grows all the time. I'm amazed. I said, this can't get any bigger. And every time Gary puts that show together, there are probably another 20 vendors that are out there. You need something, you'll find it there.
And we haven't even touched on the big boy.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the big weekend, and which, when I'm telling you, you got 3 days to choose to get there. If you can't make it one, or you have to get there to just witness it, just to take this in firsthand, smell it, breathe it, live it. And that's the NHRA national event put on in our backyard. You know what I mean? That's a pretty big deal. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here with Joe Lombardo to talk about the Nationals, as well as some other things going on at New England Dragway.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the #7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
The Nationals. I mean, every year somebody makes a trek down there for the first time and never been, and they walk away with just wowed.
I know,
right?
They can't believe it. We talk about it all the time. They think it's a lot of hype, but we say you can taste it, you can smell it, you can feel it, you can hear it. And the first time one of those nitro cars fires off and goes blasting down the track, you'll see people along the fence line. They jump because it just really puts a fear into them. But that fear is a good fear, and then they come back up and they watch, and they're really cheering by the end of that run. They absolutely love it.
So we bring rookies every time. We bring rookies and virgins every time, and we'll say, you do this, you do that, and you get in the pits. But at one round, you got to get to the start line. You have to feel it go through your body. You have to feel the ground shake. You have to. And they'll come back, and like, that's not a long walk, but it's still a walk from the start line to where we camped at the finish line for Camp Mainely Motorsports. And their eyes are still this big. Like, oh my God, Steve Perry, I had no idea. I said, I told you, I told you.
Yeah, you didn't lie to them, you told them.
Yeah, no, and you see them in the stands, and it's an event.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's an event.
And the other part that I like to see is when they get down to the pit area, because they have to turn these cars around in an hour or an hour and a half, depending on what the TV schedule is. You watch them, they're watching these people take these cars totally apart, the engine's totally apart. They put them all back together, they fire them up, and they fire them up with the fans right there while they're doing that. And you can see the nitro just coming out of these tents and everything, and people are standing there just breathing it all in. Their eyes are watering.
Oh yeah, they're sick. Everything they eat for the next 3 days tastes terrible.
Like nitro.
Yeah, no, but it's, when I tell you, it's an event, and I've already had people ask me, "Are you going to be there?" I'm going again, or I've never been, but so and so says I got to go. Do I really got to go? I'm like, yeah, you got to go. It's
you have to see it. And we're, of course, we're the only track in the Northeast that has an event like this. The next closest one to us is down in Pennsylvania. That doesn't happen until the fall. So, and a lot of people have things going on with school and all. This is right in the middle of the summertime, where it's prime vacation season for everybody. So you get the time to come down and do it. Take your time, relax, meet the stars, go ahead and watch the racing, because it is some fantastic racing.
Oh, and it's just, it's an event. That's all I can say. It's the atmosphere from you and your staff, all of that, and then the track walk, what takes place on Sunday. Last year the track didn't seem as sticky as the year before.
They changed the compound on it. They changed the compound on it, and they didn't spray again until after you went out there. What the racers were saying is, when the people walk out there, they're getting the track and they're making a mess out of it. So what we want to do is have you brush the track and go ahead and spray it. And that's what they did. All the spray that was on there was from the night before. So now what they do is they go ahead and clean it after everybody walks on it, get all the debris off it, then they spray it again. But it will still pull your shoes off.
Yeah, but it was funny because I'm like, it doesn't seem as sticky. And that's why. So they were going to spray it again.
Yeah, they sprayed it again.
So there's a lot of prep that goes into that track, in between rounds, in between races. Now, do you do the same type of prep on a regular week versus a nationals?
Yeah, it's a little bit different for the national event. The week before the national event, in fact, we just bought a new machine to do this. We scrape all the rubber off the track, so there's nothing on there but just real thin coat. Then NHRA comes in with their tire rotators. They put down another film. They go ahead and spray it. They put down another film of rubber down there, and then they get ready to go ahead and race on it. We do something similar, although we don't have to scrape the whole track every week because we're not putting down the same kind of rubber that the nitro cars are putting down. So we'll usually scrape out to maybe the 330-foot mark, and then Jen, who does all my track prep, she'll come in, she'll drag it, she'll put the gold dust down, she'll get the rosin where it needs to be, and then she'll spray it on top of that. So she's got the same kind of system, it's just on a different scale.
Oh, nice. And that event, it's 2 months away, or a month and a half away, but it's going to be here before we know it.
Oh yeah, it is. And we're already preparing for it now. We've got some new equipment that we're coming in to make the cleanup process easier for us before NHRA rolls into town. So we're already gearing up for it. We know we have to, and that's what we're going to do.
And that one's the weekend, 4th of July weekend, so you have a nice, it's a long weekend. So, and I say, the one thing I like about the drags, though, is, obviously you want to be there at the end and see who's crowned and wins the Wally and all that. But if you can only make it Friday, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing Sunday.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I mean? You're seeing the same thing. And
the intensity is just as strong then, too, because on Friday night, they have to qualify. at least get into the top half of the qualifying session. Otherwise, they're in jeopardy of not qualifying for the event. Saturday, they have to qualify again. But on Sunday, now it's go time, because now they're running for not only the money part of it, which is substantial, now they're running for the points too. And they need those points going into Indy because they want to reset everything. They want to have a good standing when they get in there. So they're really working hard to get it done.
Yeah, no, and it's a great time, and it's amazing the amount of people you'll see that you didn't even know they were into drag racing, and they'll be down there.
Yeah, and they'll watch it on television. This is another one of those deals where you get to see it on television all the time, but the way to really experience it is to be there and feel it, because you'll get every sensory organ you have is going to get hit by that event, and that's what makes it so cool.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right, and it's the 4th of July weekend, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets you can get online, right?
Go online, you go to nhra.com, you can go to newenglanddragway.com, buy your tickets there, and you can get everything printed out ahead of time. You come in, it's a streamlined process right through the gate. They scan your ticket, you're in, you're good to go.
And I always tell everybody when you're down there, stop by Camp Mainely Motorsports.
Yep.
We're somewhere near the finish line, and yeah, we're just having a barbecue and just having a great time, and love to bring the newbies in and listen to them and tell them to go here, and you've got to check this out, and say, all right, you got to run here and go now because you'll be at the front of the engine build. So you'll be able to watch it all and you'll get to see it, firsthand.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't, I call it the mechanical ballet when they're putting that all together. They have 10 guys down there. Everybody knows their job. One guy takes care of the blower. One guy takes care of the clutch setup. One guy's got a set of heads, or one set of heads on this side, and the other guy's doing the heads on this side. They just do it all, and they make it work for themselves, and they practice. If you ever see them at their regular shops, they bring the tractor trailer unit into the shop, they set it up just like they're in the pits, and they practice all through the off season just to make sure they get it right.
No, absolutely. So like I said, 4th of July weekend, 5th, 6th, and 7th, New England Dragway. We'll take a break. I know there's a lot more down there, and a lot more that's happening this summer. We're going to get into some more, and like I said, Funny Cars Under the Stars, that's where you should go. Get your taste of it. Go to the Funny Cars Under the Stars. Get your prep for the Nationals. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here with Joe Lombardo before we head back over to Lee USA Speedway.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scotch Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Saturday night, June 1st. It's Funny Cars Under the Stars, presented by the New Hampshire Lottery and O'Reilly Auto Parts at New England Dragway. Alcohol Funny Cars, Stacey McGlory and Robin Stambaugh. And Nitro Funny Cars, the Nor'easter, Keith Davidson's Bits and Pieces, Chuck Exton, and the Devil's Fuel. We've got jets. What the hot rods from hell. Saturday night, kids 5 and under are free. So is parking. Bring a non-winning New Hampshire Lottery ticket for a discount at the gate. Funny Cars Under the Stars. Tickets and info right now at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and we're here with General Manager of New England Dragway, Joe Lombardo, and all excited about the 2019 season. Even though the weather hasn't cooperated, it's going to change. And you got some big things we talked about. We'll touch on them again. But give us a couple other things that we got to look forward to down there this year?
There's another new event that came to us this year. It's called H Day, and it's 2 days. It's Honda Weekend. It used to be at Englishtown, and it's a lifestyle event, but it's a show and it's also a drag race. The show part of it, they bring in up to 1,000 show cars, we're told. They're bringing in about 300 race cars, and they bring in somewhere about 15,000, 20,000 people over the course of a weekend. But what they do is they bring these cars out, these Hondas. I never knew how fast they were. We've had a bunch of them testing over the past couple of weeks. We've got these cars running in the the low 8-second range at 166 miles an hour. These are front-wheel drive cars. A lot of them have the Acura power plant in them, but they're screaming down the track. And it's tough to go ahead and get a regular car to go that quick, a rear drive car. These guys are doing it with these front motor cars that are super light, but they make it work, and they love it.
And when's that event coming up?
That's on June 8th and 9th.
So, a lot happening.
Yeah, we got a ton going on. It's shaping up to be a great season. The crew sometimes, I think, wants to kill me, especially now, because I get all these events going back to back to back. But they love it. They know that when they look out there in the grandstands and they see all the fans cheering and everything, they sort of feel like they're cheering for them at the same time.
Well, you got to have a great support staff to be able to pull off what you do, because you pull it off without a hitch.
Oh, yeah.
The national event, the funny cars under the stars, Street Outlaws. No doubt in my mind, that's going to go off and it'll be one of the best shows that those people have all year.
Oh yeah, and we know that people can't come for every show, so we tell them, come to pick one that you really think you're going to enjoy the most. If it's funny cars that you really like, come to the funny car show if you can't make it to the national event. If you can't make it to the funny car show, go to the national event, because you won't be disappointed, even if you only go for one day.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's the key. I think that people miss is, you don't gotta, it's 3 days, I can't get off from work. Just take it in one day. Yeah. You're going to get your money's worth for that one day.
Yeah, and like for the funny car show, we do it in the evening. We start that first round at 5 o'clock. We try, our goal is to have everything done by 10 o'clock, so you're not there real late at night, and you can get home in a decent hour. And that seems to work for people. They like to have that show in that short period of time. The national event, of course, is a different animal. You want to be there the whole day because you want to experience all of it.
But even then, on final Sunday, it's over by 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you're still done by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That part of that's to go ahead and meet their TV schedule, obviously, but they want to try to get everything done. And that show, it goes off like clockwork. They've got that system down. I envy them sometimes because they get it right down to the minute.
Yep. So some big things happening. Obviously, this weekend, the Street Outlaws. You can tune them in. What channel is it on?
That's on the Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel. So go home, Google it on your TV. It's like, what's this all about? And then go say, well, honey, we're going to this tonight. Yeah. You know what I mean? And but if you can't make that, the Funny Cars Under the Stars, June 1st, big deal. Like you mentioned, a lot of nostalgia there, a lot of old school stuff.
And cars with personality, that's the biggest thing. They want to have a personality, and that's what they're going to see.
So you got a month and a half to get prepped before you decide you're going to go to the Nationals. So maybe you want to take in a couple of drag races before you go to the, that's like you're going to the Super Bowl for your first football game.
Yeah, really.
But so a lot going on. New England, what's the website?
It's NewEnglandDragway.com.
Yep.
We're also on Facebook on Any Dragway. They can check out all the schedule information there. You can sign up. You can go ahead and get weekly emails to go ahead and tell you what's going on that week. And even if you want to come up with your car and just see what it's like to go down the same track, the very same track that the professional cars go down, you can do that.
Yeah, the Wednesday nights, right?
Yeah.
And it's huge. And there's a big following from Maine that travels down to New England Dragway.
I get a ton of cars from Maine that come down there, especially on the street nights, because they want to come down. They want to have some fun. They know the track is going to be prepped for them, because we prep for every race. We don't ever go without prepping the track. So it's always sprayed. It's always ready to go. People will come down there. If you make a change to your car and you want to see how it works, you've got a time slip to go ahead and prove it to you.
No, that's perfect. Well, Joe, once again, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll see you. We'll see you a few times this year.
Good.
Obviously, National Weekend. That's just the real deal. I just like that kid at Christmas.
I'll have to come down to Camp Mainely Motorsports.
Yeah, you got to. Can you sneak away?
Sometimes.
All right, you got to sneak away. We're there for 3 days. Come down. There's a big banner there. We always got coolers full, and it's
just put something up so I can hide behind it so nobody finds me, and I'll shut off my radio.
Yeah, right. You're not that guy. Now, most places have employees that would be that guy. Joe isn't that guy. So we'll be at the Nationals. We'll be at some other events. Go to their website. Check out, when I tell you a schedule, you print it off. It's 4 pages. There's always something to do. So this New England Dragway, once again, thank you to Joe. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to have some more race highlights from over at Lee USA Speedway.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's coworker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Thank you. I mean, I've been so close here so many times. I've tried the tires off here so many times just trying to get here and finally here. This car, this LFR is making amazing here and just happy to get victory lane.
Tell us about the car now. I understand this is a new one.
Yeah, this is a new one to me and second race on it here and standing victory lane. Can't be any more prouder. These guys over here bust their butts for me and I'm just happy to put in a victory lane for them.
Dad here?
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's a happy man and a very proud guy right now. Congratulations. Be back in that second 50 lapper.
Absolutely. I'm going to go get one more.
Want to thank any sponsors?
C&G Servicing and Terrell's Auto. Couldn't be here without them.
All right. Congratulations, pal. Good to see you in victory lane. Jeffrey Gallup from Feeding Hills.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
We know Maine is hard on cars, so when your ignition won't turn or you lose your key, that just adds insult to injury. Why tow it? E-Keys for Cars technicians will solve your problem in your dooryard or at the mall and get you back on the road. AAA member? You should be. Your AAA locksmith coverage comes right off the bill. E-Keys for Cars, Maine's fast, affordable solution to your car key and lock problems. On the Auto Mile, Route 1, Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Join Wiscasset Speedway for the Coastal 200. Will Ben Ashline repeat his dominant win from 2018? With $5,000 to win, the top late model drivers from the region will be descending on Wiscasset. Don't miss the Coastal 200, presented by Jordan Lumber and Jordan Excavation. Sunday, May 26th. The pit gate opens at 9, the grandstand at noon, and the green flag flies at 2. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations. Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Good to see you back in Victory Lake.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I want to thank the Wren family for having us and, suggesting this format when they did that. I like it. Some of these 100-lap races here got kind of boring, just riding around saving tires, and obviously that was pretty exciting there, being able to put on 2 tires and run hard the whole race, you know. Hopefully it was a good race, you know, for the win there for the fans, and congratulate Andy, you know, on a good run. I mean, we weren't going to beat him there. I mean, unless we moved him, and we weren't going to move him. You know, he's a great guy, all great guys on that car. And, you know, he had his beat until that lap car kind of ran him off, and that was enough for us to get by. And just thank all my guys for helping out. You know, give me a good car. We kind of missed the setup the first race. We struggled, and then great run this time.
You started off the season with a Wheeling Tour. I know you're going to continue to do that. You're going to run selected events with the MRS.
Yeah, that's correct. You know, we went to the first 4 NASCAR races. We go to the next one at Seacon. Absolutely. Hopefully run good there, but we're definitely going to keep running select ones here and whenever we can.
Always good to see you and the family. Congratulations. Anthony Nocella, his 11th victory.
Saturday night, June 1st. It's Funny Cars Under the Stars, presented by the New Hampshire Lottery and O'Reilly Auto Parts at New England Dragway. Alcohol Funny Cars, Stacey McGlory and Robin Stambaugh. And Nitro Funny Cars, the Nor'easter, Keith Davidson's Bits and Pieces, Chuck Exton and the Devil's Fuel. We've got Jets, plus the Hot Rods from Hell. Saturday night, kids 5 and under are free, so is parking. Bring a non-winning New Hampshire Lottery ticket for a discount at the gate. Funny Cars Under the Stars. Tickets and info right now at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley's Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
down here with today's 2019 Made Madness winner at Lee USA Speedway, Brandon Bacher. 2 in a row at this place. This place is tough to win racetracks. You won the Granite State race back in October. You won today. Today's seemed like much easier. And I know winning races isn't easy, but how good was this race car?
It was very good. I mean, it basically just drove itself. As long as I just kept it pointed straight on corner exit and didn't slip the tires, every lap. And I mean, I started fading there at the end, but I mean, it was good.
No, and that's a good feeling. I mean, I was watching you come off 4, looking inside the car. Your hands were never moving. You know what I mean? You weren't fighting it, so maybe it was fading, but you weren't fighting it like other guys. So, the only thing you had to worry about was slipping up on a restart. They got a restart zone, so you're kind of in control of it. So, and then took you a couple laps, it seemed like, and then you could get your gap back.
Yeah, 5 or 6 laps, for the air pressure to build up or whatever, and they got the grip in the front end and the way it would go. I just want to keep it driving straight off the corner and not, be erratic with the wheel and just, save the right rear as much as possible. And I guess we did that.
No, and you got the easy job, wheeling it. You got some guys on this team, a lot of help that makes this possible for you because you got your own car that you race up there weekly with Sam Snow at Beechridge. But this is kind of fun, and you're running with Wright Pearson. But talk about that deal and some of the guys that come on board to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of us. We get, volunteer help, but Robbie prepares this thing, and he does a damn good job. So, and Randy Harmon does a killer job on the tires, and every time we've unloaded, every time I've unloaded in one of these 16s, we've been relatively decent, pretty good, and that's all the Robbie and what he does at the shop, and Wright for just let me do this. This is it's unheard of, and like he took a chance on me, and it seems to be working.
We took a chance, and you're backing it up. That's 2 wins in a row. Picked up the win over here at Lee USA Speedway. Made Madness, big weekend down here, and what a way to cap it off. Brandon Bacher, victory lane. Well, we're wrapping up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. Me and Amy on site. The sun is shining here at Lee USA Speedway. We saw some great racing today. Brandon Bacher, a clinic in the Granite State Pro Stock Series. It was fun watching the race, a couple of minor spin cautions. That's what you like to see. The modifieds, what a concept they got with 2 50-lap races, bolt 2 tires on for this next race, and watch people just race to the front. Short track racing at the tour type level.
Yeah, I love it. Like you said, not a lot of torn up race cars today at all, which is awesome. It's always good to see like good competition, good close racing, good clean racing. It's nice when they race hard but race clean at the same time. Nobody wants to, go and spend a ton of money in the shop this coming week. But yeah, modifieds, like you said, love the idea. Kind of splits that 100 lap that even drivers said in Victory Lane, like they love this format because 100 laps just kind of gets a little bit not really racy after a while, so 50 laps gives them a lot more to race for and a lot more to look forward to, so that was really, really great part of today.
No, absolutely, and so excited. I'm telling you, if you are a race competitor or a race fan in the state of New Hampshire, you are so lucky because of what Norm Wren and his family and staff are doing between Lee and Monadnock, his relationship with Ben Bazowski with Claremont, Ben over at Hudson, what he's done, and Bobby Weber. We were there last night at Star. Unbelievable. You guys are so fortunate. There was some great racing taking place, great car counts, and a lot of good things happening here throughout the state of New Hampshire. So great day over here. I want to throw, before I close out, I want to throw a special little shout out. We always, and I tell you every single week, a great day at the racetrack doesn't constitute ending up in Victory Lane. So I have a great day at every racetrack because I never go to I go to Victory Lane all the time, don't I?
Yeah.
But I want to throw a shout out to Ryan Green and his local team, him, his dad, a couple helpers. I mean, they had a great run. I think they finished 7th or 8th in the Granite State Pro Stock race, ran in the top 5. Unfortunate incident at the end, had to go to the back, worked his way to the front. Always good to see the little guys have a great run. They've struggled over the past few years. So there's a team rolling out of here with a 7th or 8th place finish with a smile on their face, and that's what it's all about. So we hope you all enjoyed everything we brought you. Joe from New England Dragway, make sure you mark those dates, and we'll be at the Nationals and Camp Mainly Motorsports. So thank you, and for Amy and Team Dream Ride that we struggled today, but we'll get better. Thank you to everybody that tunes in to Mainly Motorsports on a weekly basis.
I wanna be right, baby, every single night.